Hello there, Capricorn. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of July 18th through the 24th. Before we just jump in, I just want to give you guys an update. So far, out of my Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program goal, we have reached 10%, which is up. Last week, whenever I was doing these videos, we were at like 3%. So that's really some great momentum that you guys have had going. Thank you, thank you. Everybody who has given since I made the last set of videos, thank you so much. And I gotta say, I'm having so much fun with this because when I get to talk to you guys and send you your Reiki energy afterwards and just get to know you a little bit, I mean, you guys are, every person that I have met so far has just been the most fabulous person that I could ask to meet. I mean, I've just met the most wonderful people doing this. So thank you all so much for giving your gift, and thank you also for allowing me to give you something back as well. I'm getting really excited because this is doing so well. So thank you, everybody. For those of you who have put little comments and wrote to me and told me, I really want to give, but I can't give right now. I will give as soon as I get the money. Well, guess what? We are at 10% of goal, so there is plenty of room to fit in your gift before I pull that donation button off of my website. So thank you to you as well. So, all right, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I don't have time to explain it right here. After I roll the credits for the forecast, then you can stay tuned and you can hear and know exactly what it is I'm talking about. But for now, let's jump into our weekly. So, Monday, Capricorn, what you guys have is the Nine of Cups showing up in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse is telling me that you are ready for some major change. I feel like Capricorn, you may have been dealing with something that has caused you to really have some downer moods lately, and you have just decided, you know what, I'm tired of that. It's time to make a change. It's time to do things that actually are good for me, that actually make me happy, that are healthier for me. For some of you, I think you're actually going to be quitting drinking. I mean, look at all these cups. This guy is just pouring out cup after cup after cup of who knows what in there, but it looks like there's a couple shot glasses too. Gravity is emptying them all whenever that comes up reversed. So some old negative habits that have really been holding you back, and even to the point of making you depressed about your situation, I see you deciding, you know what, that's enough of that. I'm getting rid of that. That's your Monday card. Tuesday, speak of the devil. No pun intended. We've got the devil in reverse. Devil in reverse does talk about addictions. So when we've got the devil in reverse coming up here, this is telling me that that you are having some kind of a struggle with an addiction. And if this is not you, because I don't feel like for all of you this is you. For some of you, this is somebody who is near you, who is having some kind of a struggle with an addiction, and you're having an interaction with them on Tuesday. For some of you, this is loved ones that you know who are in treatment programs, in-house treatment programs, and you're being able to interact with them some way on Tuesday. Maybe you're getting a phone call. Maybe you're going in for some kind of family meeting or something like that. For others of you, addictions don't have to be alcohol. They don't have to be drugs. There's love addictions. People who are codependent typically are also known as people who have love addictions. There's all kinds of different addictions, but there's somebody that you're going to be interacting with on Tuesday that is really dealing with an addiction, and I feel like they're very aware that what they have is an addiction and that they are trying to deal with it. I feel like for some of you, they don't really know exactly what they're up against yet, but they're just starting to be aware that they are up against something here, that this is not their friend. And I feel like a lot of them have felt like this has been their friend for a long time. So they're in this sort of waking up state and realizing that things are not the way they have appeared to this person for a long time. And like I said, for a few of you, that is going to be you, but for a lot of you, this is somebody that you're interacting with on Tuesday. On Wednesday, Five of Swords showing up in reverse. Gemini got this on Wednesday too. Five of Swords showing up in reverse just means that You are working on something where everybody is supposed to have the same target or the same goal in mind. However, everyone seems to have their own ideas about how to reach that target or goal, and it keeps your project stuck in the mud. You don't get to move forward when everybody's doing something different, and kind of pulling the project in different directions. When this card comes in reverse like this, the advice with it is always, when you notice that you're in this situation, get out as gracefully and as quickly as you can. And the reason for that is if you stay in this situation, then what happens is your energy just gets sucked into it, and there's no productive outcome for the energy that you've put in here. You have better ways to spend your energy than getting stuck in the mud with a bunch of other people who don't want to get on the same page with anybody else. All right, let's move on to Thursday, Capricorn. What we have here is the Ten of Coins in reverse. Ten of Coins in reverse. That explains this. Okay. I can't remember what is in the sign of Cancer right now. Maybe it's Sun. And Cancer is all about home. But Ten of Coins, this is the second time that the Ten of Coins has come up in reverse while I'm doing this week. And this is the second time that it hasn't come up as a tangible or money situation to me when I feel into it. This has to do with home, with household, with family, okay? Whatever you consider family. Maybe tribe is a better way to describe it, but those people that are important to you, your network. And it has to do with relationships with those people at home. This also could have to do with things that are going on literally in the home with family relationships. Or if you're like me and like I live alone, this could have to do with the relationships with the people who are important to you, but not necessarily in the same home. This can also have to do with relationships with people who do live with you in the same home who are not necessarily blood family. So like if you're in college and you've got 3 roommates in a house that you're renting, this could be about relationships with some of those people as well. But this is talking about home, family life, that type of thing. And there's just something here that's happening that is sort of setting things back as far as relationship goes. For some of you, I feel like there's been some kind of breach of trust in the home or with family or those people that you consider like family. And so there's a little bit of recovery time that's going to be involved in that, where trust is gained back. I feel like this thing can get a little bit ugly, because I was trying to feel like, okay, where is the breach of trust? Is this coming in from Capricorn's side or from somebody else's side? It feels like this is a complicated and many-layered thing. So it's like where one person has done something to break the trust of other people in the home. Somebody else has also done something that's different, but still breaks the trust of other people in the home. So this is an interesting situation, and I think it's going to get messy before it gets all straightened out. All right, let's look at Friday. You know what? Before I look at Friday, let me say what I always say, because I think it's important after a card like that. Anytime you see something like that come up in a reading, whether it's a general or not, know that you have free will. And so there are some decisions that lead up to this situation that made this situation what it is. You can change your decisions into something that you know would lead to something that's different than this if you don't want to have this manifest in your life. Now, the other thing that you need to know, obviously, this is a general reading. So because it is a general reading, not everything that I say here is going to apply to every single Capricorn. This may not even pertain to you at all. All right, so let's look at Friday. Friday, what you have showing up is a Nine of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. It's coming in a couple of different ways here, and they're kind of contradictory. Okay, so for some of you Capricorns, Nine of Swords in reverse is that you did have something you were holding on to that you were very tense about, very stressed out about, and that really was worrying you. It was giving you a hard time even concentrating on just everyday normal tasks because this was so much on your mind it may have been interfering with your sleep. For you, this card coming in reverse means that whatever was going on there, either that situation has changed or you have done some mental and emotional healing or some spiritual healing so that that situation is not getting to you the way it did before. For others of you, and I feel like this is for those of you that the Ten of Coins in reverse did apply to. For a lot of you, this is talking about that there's a lot of stress in the home. There's a lot of stress in the family, whatever you call family, about whatever is going on. Whatever the breach of trust was, doesn't just affect one person or two people. That this is something that, whether everybody was directly involved or not, basically everybody in the house or everybody close to you in this little group has all been affected by this in one way or another. And stressing out. All right, so let's move on to Saturday. This is a good card after that. This is Three of Swords in reverse. Now, Three of Swords in reverse, Capricorn, just means that there's been some heartache and that now there's coming some healing for that heartache. So this can be some good conversations with people so that everybody can get on the same page in the home if this is applying in that particular situation for those of you that applies to. And if it doesn't apply to that situation, but I feel like for a lot of you it does, but if it applies to something different, it's still talking about getting that healing for something that was a heartache to you. So there's some way that you're having a conversation with somebody that maybe brought you some heartache and you're getting on the same page there. Or once again, kind of same as with the Nine of Swords, you're doing some healing. You're doing some inner healing for yourself. Maybe you're going to a therapist, but you're finding some kind of way to bring some healing into your life over a heartache that happened to you previously. Now, let's look at Sunday. Nine of Coins. For a lot of you Capricorns, to me this means that a lot of you are going to be spending the day on your own. I really haven't had this card come in with this feeling exactly before, but it sort of reminds me of the Hierophant card not the Hierophant, but the Hermit card, where somebody's spending time alone being very introspective. I don't feel that introspective feeling so much for you, Capricorn, but I do feel like you're taking time to get away. I feel like you've had enough of the stress and the craziness, and you're taking time to get away and just go be alone, just go be by yourself and do your own thing. And I think you're very happy doing that. I think that that this is not a stress on your finances. It's not a stress on your time. It's not a stress on your resources in any way. And I think that you're very happy doing whatever this is on your own. Okay, Capricorn? So that is your week. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and all the other ways that you all support me. Thank you so much. For those of you who didn't know what I was talking about earlier, stay tuned. After the credits roll, you'll have the chance to find out all about it. Everyone have a fantastic week, and I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out. Hello, everybody. This is Amista. And I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before. Completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. um, but if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small. So there's the corrected version of that. And actually, I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But so if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person, just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise, I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.